All right. I just had somebody ask about starting the HM1 again. I've been giving pretty much the same advice, but it occurred to me I don't have just a video about starting the HM1. So if you have an HM1 and you've just completed it, I'm gonna rotate this around here. You'll note that there are 3 cam lobe positions: exhaust open, closed, in the middle here. This is the stage when you need to measure your valve lash. This is the intake stroke, and I'm just holding the intake valve open to get it some air. And then it's got compression and the ignition. Your push rod is fully retracted and there's tons of space under the rocker arm. So that is the 3 stages to check on your valve. And then for the carb, it's got this air valve on the side of the carb that acts as a choke. And for hit and miss operation, I set the valve here so that it only lets air in through the tip. There's a drilled hole here, and it's otherwise on full choke. And now I've painted the needle with a half moon, or with a half moon design, and you can see the last time I ran it, it was set at about a 1/4 turn. And because it's got the clicker here, and this needle is not as sharp as other needles, this is not a particularly fine needle adjustment. So when I run my engine, I start it on full choke with this about 1/4 turn, and as it warms up and wants to have the fuel mixture leaned out, instead of adjusting the needle, you can also open the choke just a little bit to let more air in. So I typically get it running as close as I can with the needle, notch by notch, and once I don't think I can get it any closer with the needle, I use the choke dial here. So I'm going to make sure that the oiler is full. With modern lubricants, you don't need nearly as much oil as they did in the past because it just stays and lubricates better overall. I think I read a thing one time where car engineers said that a lot of the gains in reliability and life of engines came about with first pressurized lubrication instead of splash lubrication, but after that developing better lubricating technology. So oil just got better and engines have longer life because of better oil. So I've got the ignition, and I filled the fuel tank, but there's no fuel up in there we go. So we'll just prime it, make sure the fuel will get all the way through the line there. The fuel I use is Coleman fuel, white gas, camping gas, naphtha with a bit of oil in it. I put it in these lighter fuel Zippo because they've got this convenient lid that you can squirt the fuel in with. And let's see if this spins right away. I did check it for spark, and it is sparking. Okay. Let's... Alright. Okay, so when it's cool and it starts catching like that, it means it's running a little lean, because airing the cylinder out, when the governor allows it to fire, it then has to suck twice to get enough fuel for ignition. And then on the other side, if I richen the mixture up, it'll start to sound wet immediately. Well, it'll run rich a little bit, and now it'll start to fire and quit. There we go. Alright. So that's about a quarter turn with choke full on, and when it is warmed up, I will probably open the choke by 1 or 2 notches to let a little bit of air in the side vent on it.